Hi there, how are
there.
you?
I'm fine.
You
How
look
are you?
great. You don't get
Thank
enough
you.
compliments.
Wow.
All
Hey,
right.
listen, if you don't have a question, you can just come up and say that.
I was wondering, and don't be shy, if you could tell me the most embarrassing moment that has happened to you or to one of your castmates on set. Just let it all out. You're among friends.
Well, beyond just like spending an extra hour trying to get a line out,
Yeah, it's not.
which I think for us is more embarrassing than wetting our pants or something. Boy, let me think. John Lutz had to dance naked shirtless for a while, and he got he got really exhausted because we just kept doing it. And I don't know if I think we got it the first take, but I think the director just wanted to see it more and more, and so he was like dancing at something he was watching on TV or something, and he got exhausted right away, and so the dance got a little less big, and he would have comebacks where he would get a little more energy and like force it and think, this is the last take, I'll just push it, and then every single take was the last take in his mind. So eventually he was just like waving his wrist, and eventually just fell over, and we didn't use that. I wish we had.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And you look great, too.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm too close. Okay. What kind of television did you watch growing up that kind of inspired or maybe you just enjoyed?
Pretty much everything. I liked Dick Van Dyke, and I mostly rerun stuff. I liked Monty Python a lot. I have got both those shows. I've almost got memorized in my head.
The whole series?
Sorry?
The whole series?
Yeah, and the movies. If you threw a line out right now, I could probably tell you what the response to that line is. And I liked Doctor Who a lot growing up. That's right. Were you guys here for River? Yeah, pretty cool, right? She's so
who
nice.
is your favorite doctor?
My favorite, well, Tom Baker's my doctor. But right now, I didn't think anybody could make me like a new doctor more than David Tennant, but I like Matt Smith more, I think. Anyway.
You do a lot of scenes with Jack McBrayer because you and your character, you interact a lot with Kenneth.
I act a lot with him, yeah.
Yeah. What's the most fun you've had with him? Because I know some of your scenes are really crazy.
He's great because you can tease him all the time, and he really takes that. Kind of his joke with the world is that people make fun of him in a very kind of friendly way.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes with it as if he's really insulted, which he isn't. And so it's great to joke with him about him being ignorant or backwoods or kind of just like a Ozarks monkey. And he knows how to be insulted really well, and it can go on for hours. So if you see Jack McBrayer, make him clog, and then talk about how his parents were his brother and sister. Well, hello.
Hi.
Now you're dressed as Manson, is that right?
You said earlier to someone.
Did you shower today?
Yeah, I showered just before I got here.
Why won't it dry? You look greasy.
Well, it's probably I didn't shampoo.
You just wet?
Well, yeah, I scrub my head and wet it.
Just so it looks fluffy?
Just so it's clean. I mean,
That's not clean.
It is. It's natural. Your natural grease is. It's good to lubricate the scalp. Thanks.
All right.
You mentioned to someone, I forget who, that you play an alcoholic, and I also noticed that you're on another cartoon show on Comedy Central or something. You play another alcoholic guy.
It's on Moral
the Davy
Orel.
and Goliath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a drinker? Have you ever had a drink? When's the first time you drank?
I am not a drinker. What's that?
I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Active listening. I've never. I didn't drink my whole life until I started drinking because my girlfriend was trying to convince me to start drinking so I could be like an adult. But it tastes like poison to me, so I just never was interested. So I spent a few months trying to get drunk with her, drinking scotch and vodka, and I never got drunk. And I don't know if it's just because my system was rejecting it entirely or whatever. It didn't get me drunk. So, and I didn't stick with it hard enough, I guess.
You're a quitter.
I'm what?
You're a born quitter.
And so
Uh-huh.
I have this show on, that's all mine, on, what is it? On
It's Comedy Central,
Cartoon Central.
cartoon.
And
Yeah.
it's called Moral Orel. And we were, my partner Dino and I were doing an event in San Francisco where we got up on stage like this and we showed clips and we had the puppets that we used in the show and showed everybody those. And it was a good turnout. And we advertised that we'd be doing all this, clips and puppets, and Scott Adsit would be getting drunk for the first time in his life. Because Dino, my partner, will not appear in public unless he's really drunk.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I would join him. So we got on stage, we went out in wheelchairs, just in case we fall over. And Dino drank vodka. I had rum and ginger ale, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
and so I drank, and it took me 45 minutes and 3/4 of a bottle of rum to. I was answering a question on mic like this, and I slurred my words a little bit, and the audience went crazy. Like the band struck up and started playing, and I was drunk.
Yeah, I picture it like a telethon, probably. Like you hit your goal or something.
It's like you were there.
Uh-huh.
And I was. It turns out that I didn't know this before, but when I'm drunk, I'm much more attractive and clever and funny.
Uh-huh.
And people like me more. And all right. Thank you for coming.
So you mentioned on Moral Orel you have a partner, Dino.
Are you cutting?
What's he like in real life?
Dino, he's people. All right, he has this kind of public persona. People look at him and think, "What an asshole! He's a no one likes him. He's creatively
Does he
bankrupt."
shower?
What's that?
Does he shower? Shampoo?
He does, but he doesn't look like it. And so the truth is that he's a wonderful, generous, loyal man who likes to put out the image that he's a real, like, Andy Dick asshole.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, all the guest stars that you have on 30 Rock,
All the guest stars, yeah.
are a lot of them end up doing quite a few episode arcs. Does
Right.
it always start out that they sign up for that many episodes,
I
or
think-
does it evolve because you like working with them?
I think when you see like 3 in a row, that was the plan. If you see someone brought back like Michael Sheen, it's because the writers were inspired to bring him back. And I think like Dennis Duffy, he was so great that they just wanted to write for him some more. So they just kept writing more and more and bringing it back as much as possible because they wanted to see him perform. But generally, like Edie Falco, they planned out her arc entirely before they started.
Selma Hayek.
Yeah, yeah, right. Selma Hayek too. Yeah.
But now you play. Your show takes place at a Saturday Night Live type show.
Yes.
Have you ever been on Saturday Night Live, or I don't watch anymore, but have you auditioned or anything like that?
I have.
Uh-huh.
I auditioned for SNL back in the 90s, and I got, it was down to me and one other guy for the final slot. And this, I'm bragging about failure right now. It was, they delayed the announcing of the cast for an extra week because Lorne Michaels couldn't decide which one of us to cast, and he went with Will Ferrell, which was a good choice. It's a good choice. But, all right, thank you. Are you here for the convention?
No, I am not. Good evening, Scott. Remember when you were on Tenacious D?
Yes,
TV
I
show?
do.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much, Chris Farley.
Just like, yes, there you go. You ever seen The Terminator? Just kidding. Just like, how did you get that part, and what was it like to work with them in the early days?
I'd been on a show called Mr. Show, and that was produced by the same people and directed by the same guy as Tenacious D's little mini-series on HBO. So they asked me to come in and be in the best episode of that series, I think, which is the greatest song in the world, tribute. And if you can find that, it's pretty good. I play their neighbor who wants them to shut up, and also
You're a writer. You write.
I played a writer next door. I'm a writer, and then I played the demon in their story, and I got replaced in the movie by Dave Grohl. So again, not a bad choice.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
You're awesome. He's got an inquisitive ass when he walks away.
My other question, I'm always interested in inspiration, so I was wondering if you could recall that far back, what was the first show or theater or thing that you read where you thought to yourself, like, this is what I want to do. I want to act, I want to create, I want to entertain, I want to be funny.
I think it was I went to Second City with my parents when I was a kid, and I saw George Wendt on stage and Tim Kazurinsky and Mary Gross and some other people. And it was like watching a magic show almost. I mean, I knew they were making it up as they were going along, and it didn't seem like a human skill to me. It seemed otherworldly. And so, and I also, walked away very, very happy. Like, it made me happy to be there. So I kind of started doing school plays. We did plays in the neighborhood. Like when I was in grade school, we started doing
Basement theater.
Garage theater, yeah.
Yeah.
And I stuck with it. I never had such a bad experience that I decided to leave it. I had some terrible nights where people didn't like shows and stuff like that, but that it went so poorly, I was determined to make a career of it. And eventually I worked at Second City. I went and auditioned, and they let me in. So I was at Second City for years, and it's a very satisfying feeling. I'm a happy person.
Was there ever a point when you were like a young adult, maybe like a late teenager, early 20s, where you're like, maybe I should go get a degree in finance, or maybe this isn't going to pan out?
I thought about being, because I like to write and draw, I thought I might go into advertising.
That's where I am. You're better off. Yeah.
Well, my English teacher said, "Oh, that's a good idea. You're creative, and you like to create." And and then I saw my movie, which is now my favorite movie, called Bedazzled, in which the devil says he's kind of been slacking off.
That's your favorite movie?
Not the new one.
Oh, okay. It's like of all the movies in the world.
There's one from 1967 with
All
Dudley
right.
Moore and Peter Cook.
I will educate
And
myself.
Peter Cook plays the devil, and he says he lost his spark. He thought of the 7 deadly sins in one afternoon a long time ago, and the only thing he's come up with recently is advertising. So that made me say, "Oh, I don't know. I don't want to be in advertising."
It's not that bad.
Are you a copywriter? What do you do?
No, I'm a creative director.
Oh, so you tell people what to do.
I do. It's great.
You love it.
I love it.
You're going to hell.
I know. But I'm gay, so I figured I'm on my way anyway.
Hell's going to be full
I'm
of so
going
many
to
great
party with a
women.
bunch of like hot lesbian marketers. It'll be great. My parents are attorneys. They're going to be there too. Family reunion. I know my grandmother's there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Heaven's empty, isn't it?
It's got to be.
I had a question for you, but I'll think of it when I can.
Thank you so
All right.
much.